this might be the weirdest thing I probably have to do in a long time. Hi, welcome back. I just thought I could do the newbie tag for booktube. It's like when you go to school and every class they're just like, okay, tell us like 3 things about you, an interesting like thing you did over the summer, and you're just like, really? I've known these kids since I was like 4. Don't really think I have to reintroduce myself every period for like 4 periods twice a year. But I guess it's a thing, so we're gonna do that yet again, because I feel like that's gonna be a thing that's gonna happen no matter what, whether I'm in college or work. Just always introducing yourself. But okay, so the first question is why I start this channel, and it was mainly because of one of my roommates here in Glasgow, and she was just like, why don't you just do it? Yeah, I would like finish a book and I would just talk to them about it, hear my thoughts and stuff, and she was just like, why don't you just like put it out there? So here I am. I've also just always liked reading and stuff, so I was just like, might as well just like put it out there, because I feel like you could just get more interesting conversations with it and whatnot, versus like me just speaking to the void and people who like could care less about the books that I read and stuff. And anytime I find someone that does like books that I read or have read, or it's such an enjoyable thing, so I sort of just want to share that like enjoyment you can get from reading and people bonding over books and just similar interests and likes and experiences and stuff. Second question, what are some fun and unique things I could bring to booktube? I don't really know how to answer this one. I'd sort of like ask other people, but I mean, I'm sort of down to read any book, so you're not just gonna get one genre or, you know, like, or the same content over and over. Yeah, I'm like, I like reading a lot of different books, and I don't know, I have my own past experiences and stuff. I want to do more than just like, here's what I read, here's what I'm gonna read, here's the books I've bought. I can do that every once in a while, but I sort of want to do like play with books, like view a whole series or compare 2 things, or like my other video where you take songs and recommend books based off of that. That seems way more fun to like play with it and like go a bit more beyond. Yeah, and I want to like bring people in, so like whether it's like my friends and whatnot, I want to like do books with them, like what books have stuck with you, like what do you want to talk about, like what should people read that makes like sense. I don't know, just like have fun with it. So that's what I want to try to do, but with books. Third question is, what are you most excited for about this new channel? I don't know, I guess meeting new people with similar interests who read and stuff, because some of my sisters don't read, so I guess it would be fun to like meet other people that do read and everything, but I don't know. I guess just also the new books that I would encounter based on people's recommendations through this. That'd be fun. But overall, I guess it would just be see the wacky ideas I come up with and like the connections and new ways of thinking about books and stuff around me. Fourth question, why do I love reading? And I think it's mainly just because you can go anywhere and expand your ways of thinking and get shared experiences between people in such an easy way that most people don't really have access to, like throughout history, and so like might as well like make the most of it. Yeah, and I think being dyslexic, just finally being able to read, like it's like a struggle to like get through books sometimes, or just to make things make sense. So I think just like it's such a more like rewarding experiences for me, but you know, it also allows me to think of things in a different way. So I am excited. I love that, because you all can bond over a book, and then everyone has their own take, their own things they bring to the table with stuff they like connect to, and it's interesting to see how like one thing can do that and have so many different like half-lives with everyone. What book or series got me into reading? For me, what made like reading click in my head was the Harry Potter series, because before I hated reading. It was just like, why do people like care? Like, why are books such a thing? And then I read that, and it was the first one that I like, it almost seemed like effortless. I was like, is this how normal people read? So that was very interesting and sort of like my first look at this different like whole world of books. And then the first like proper book that got me into like the wider range of reading was Lord of the Rings, and that has stayed with me ever since, like more than Harry Potter. But yeah, so now I'm just into all the different, any book basically, whether it's like fiction, non-fiction, like any book. I'm here because Lord of the Rings has opened it up what a book can be, more than just story or thing to pass the time or thing to do. Next question, what questions would you ask your favorite booktubers? I'm not that big in social media and everything. I feel like I am almost as bad as my dad, who types like an iPhone as a typewriter. So I just, with any person, I'd sort of be like, how do you choose like what books to read, or how do you not let just life get to you? But I don't know, I would just want to probably just get to know them as a person, and like why reading's so important to them versus like any booktube-esque stuff. I mean, how do you not go crazy? Because you're sort of just talking to the void and hoping people respond, and then respond in like a nice way. Yeah, because I feel like I go crazy just normally versus, and nothing's out there, so maybe this will just be, you can just see my decline into madness. I could literally be in my own world right now and no one would know. We all could be in it together, and it's all just made up. So keep you updated. And the next question, what challenges do you think starting a booktube channel will be the hardest to overcome? Listening to myself, seeing yourself played back in a video. I guess it's just actually putting yourself out there and not like dampening your views just to meet the popular views or whatnot. Yeah, I don't know, I think just try and staying true to like me and my opinions and all that, because like you can easily just change them to fit in, or like what would like get clicks, Okay, when did you start reading? I guess technically whenever they teach you to read, so like, I don't know, kindergarten, like, properly started reading, like voluntarily, 4th grade to middle school. That's when it really picked up. But I didn't really like identify as like a reader until like maybe middle school. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's also like, but what is reading? Because me and my sister would just speak gibberish to each other, because like we're triplets and we just had this like language, and then that was just like a thing. So like, what if we had our own version of reading, just like our own version of talking, This is the little like psychologist and stuff coming out of me and being like, like what is that, like actually. Next question, where do I read? Anywhere. A lot of times I'll just read, I'll have like a book on my phone, or always a book with me, like in my car or my purse or backpack. Normally I'd read on my way to school, at work. I normally read on my bed or my desk, or like in the kitchen, or just anywhere. I don't know. I'm just easy to please. Even like at a party I could probably read, just tune them out, call it good. So guess whenever I'm feeling it. And then, what kind of books do you like to read? I sort of am down to read any book, but horror and thrillers really get to me, because I'm already just an anxious, jumpy person, so I don't really need another thing coming at me being like, oh, here's an extra source of it. But part of me is just like, we want to get into it, because what if we're missing out on this beautiful like genre and books that I would totally love and enjoy, and I'm just too scared to read them. So we'll go on this journey together of us seeing how I handle horror and thriller, because I do want to read some Stephen King books. Like, part of me just really wants to read them. Like, I have it. I want to read it. I know it's gonna be interesting, but, and then maybe Pet Sematary, because people are like, oh, you hate it. And I'm just like, I gotta prove them wrong. I gotta see for myself, you know? Because, like, don't make a decision for me. Because how do you know? What if I'm actually just, like, a horror fiend? You know? We don't know. And then, last question is, what does your book collection look like? Currently, because I'm at college, it's a lot of just school books and just, like, wherever there's space. So, and then I'm not home. So maybe later over the summer, I can show you a little bookshelf or whatever. But in the meantime, it's literally just everything's a mess. There's not enough space. It's not how I would like it. But, yeah, it's just a lot of books. Yeah. So I guess that's it. I hope you enjoy this and getting to know me. Like, it's the first day of school. And I hope you stick around and like my other videos. And if you have any ideas of stuff what you want to see from me or books you want to hear my thoughts on, or like do something with, like music or movies, recommended books, just comment it below and we can figure something out. If you would like to like and subscribe, that'd be great. And then, you know, it'd be nice, you know, it's like stay in touch with people. Yeah, we don't have to like text every day, but like if I send you a letter, let's just like be pen pals. So I guess you subscribing could be a way of like pen pal. But yeah, I promise I'll try to keep my schedule like the mailman does. And if there's anything unique to like Scotland or Glasgow you want to see, I could try to fulfill that before I go home, or I would just do that next year. But there's some stuff in store when stuff opens up a little bit more, but until everything's back to like normal and open and whatnot, I hope you guys stay safe. I hope finals and school goes well for the rest of the year, and I guess till next time, you know, I'll see you then.